I contemplated doing a stream where I just look at the phone like this for approximately an hour, but I realized that'd be a waste of everybody's time. Let me make sure. I didn't even test the mic. Uh, let's see if this might be a little bit ear rape. Let's see the audio. I'm not using any mics. Oh yeah, yeah, that's tremendous quality audio. I didn't use any mics. As you can see, I'm naked, right? There's no mics attached to this. Um, but apart from that, yesterday I did a little bit of a hot live stream where I, in my infinite wisdom, decided to go on a little bit of a walk. And in that walk is when I decided, hey man, I'm gonna do a stream here. I promised to stream on Wednesdays and Thursdays, but or Wednesdays and what do you call this? Wednesdays and Sundays. But it was still cut short. So you know what? Why not do a stream here, right? Why not do a stream here and make up for the fact that yesterday was a little bit of a stream that cut short. However, there's a little bit of a. I'm trying to figure out a mystery. There's a mystery right now that I'm trying to unravel in the form of a McDonald's McFlurry, and I really don't want to draw attention to it in the sense of, if you draw attention to something, it makes it stand out. But today I was sent a McFlurry by what I imagine is to be Butcher, the pig. Now Butcher, the previous one, seemed to have retired. I think he was caught up in the in the sense of doing rallies. I think that was the best way to put it. So he's retired. So I feel like there's a new Butcher that's trying to figure it out. Yeah, I see. Yesterday, you lucky you ain't caught smoking those Cuban cigars. Well, you could have them. Apparently, you could have the Cuban cigars here. It's not an issue. It's not illegal. What is illegal is if you sell them. That's when it's illegal. So when you start selling Cuban cigars, that's when it's illegal. But I think possessing them is very legal here in the state. So it wouldn't matter if I'm smoking one. It's not like anybody would do anything, or you would even get a thing for that. But it's the act of selling it that get you a little bit of, I believe, like a misdemeanor. It's not even like, you just get like a ticket for it, which is quite obnoxious. But as far as this week, just a little bit of piggy updates here. I dropped a video on Monday. I dropped a video on Wednesday, and I liked them. I liked them a lot. One was a prediction with the phone, and the other one was a hot one based on dealing. So it was a dealing force that I particularly enjoy. I've put other ways to do it before. So I've had other ways to have that dealing process before, but I was quite happy with the refinement on this particular method, using the fact that a queen could be used as a multiple outs. So a little bit of hot subtlety here. I actually don't know where I put the queen from this deck right here. So queen could be used as a multiple outs, which is a hot one. I forgot who's the first person to kind of notice this as a potential out, but the queen is holding a six of spades, which is kind of hot. Now, as far as the actual force itself, it's something I like that's different from the standard one of dealing the cards back and forth. So traditionally, you have to deal the cards back and forth, and it really gets annoying to do that, and to have the spectator deal the cards in one pile and then another pile. It gets really aggravating, especially if they don't follow instructions. But with this, they can deal the cards however it is they want, as long as they're dealing one at a time, which is what I like about that particular method. It's reminiscent of Max Maven's prediction with an X, but without the necessity for young boys. No, that was a joke. That was a bad one. But without the necessity of having a spectator deal into two piles. So I particularly enjoyed that methodology. How long have we been running? We just started. I feel like we just started this retarded stream. Not so, according to this, 4 minutes ago, which is, did Butcher get COVID and become one of the 600,000 in the USA? Have there been 600,000 cases or 600 deaths? Let me see, COVID deaths. I mean, the number, I don't see it on, I don't see the number anymore in the news. For some reason, they decided to take it off. I believe January the 21st is when they stopped having that COVID counter. COVID deaths, USA. Let's see how many there are. So COVID deaths, 564,000, right? And they don't have recovered here in the United States. They have cases, 3.1 million. Deaths, 564,000. So that's quite significant. But again, I haven't seen that counter anywhere since January. Kind of odd. Kind of odd. I saw it every day until then. So who was it? Well, here's the thing, Daniel. Right? I've coagulated my notes, for lack of a better term. I've condensed my notes on the potential people that it could have been in terms of sending me a friend's uncle was hit by a bus and was counted as a COVID death. I believe it. But I'm trying to figure out who the potential candidates are for for this new butcher. And it's not necessarily that it's a new butcher, but it's certainly doing butchery things, which is quite worrisome. And I still think that there's some shenanigans afoot. And I think that you're involved, Daniel. My conclusion is that I think you're still involved to some capacity. Now, is that a capacity that's to the extent that I've seen it, based on the information that I've gathered, the research that I've done? I think you're only a small piece of the puzzle. I think that you're only a small piece of the puzzle. But yeah, there's some other stuff that I've condensed in terms of information that I found that makes me a little bit worried. Now, here's the was it a good McFlurry though? I only ate about a third of it, right? Which, by the way, that shows you my retardation. My retardation is immense. It's very easy for me to I just read Top Notch's comment. It's very easy for me to because I'm kind of like a naive dude, right? So if you ask me for help on the street, I'll give you help on the street. You know, I'll stick my head in your car. I'll help you out, and that could lead me in a potentially calamitous situation. So for this, I ate a third of the McFlurry without even question, right? So maybe it could have been somebody that dropped it off. It wasn't necessarily a complete DoorDash. It could have been 100 things. But this McFlurry was dropped off at my residence by a DoorDash and or Uber Eats driver. And without hesitation, I had about a third of it. So it could have been laced with something. It could have been poisoned. It could have had a substance in it that I didn't condone. But I still ate a third of it. So whatever it is currently coursing through my veins. Top Notch says, man, I wish I had the energy, interest, and wherewithal to be involved in a butcher activity. I really do. Well, here's the thing, right? My what would I refer to? My investigation, right? I was looking at the stream, and there are certain things that were posted on Instagram, and in the stream that I did yesterday when I was walking, I was looking to make sure that signs weren't shown as to detail my exact location. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter because I think I've said enough information and I've mentioned enough things that any keen eye who's a psychopath could figure out where I'm at. Now, here's the worst part. In posting the picture on Instagram and in even doing this live stream, essentially what I've done is I've confirmed to whoever this butcher is that I did in fact receive the McFlurry, right? So that's, again, part of my me being naive. That's one component of it. And the other one is I really don't give a shit, right? I don't care. But it's definitely interesting. It's a funny puzzle. But I feel like this isn't a puzzle that Ramsey would be able to solve. This is a puzzle of molestation. And by molestation, I mean my privacy. But it was a great McFlurry. Your confirmation was me calling you like an asshole. Well, here's the thing, Daniel, all right? Every incident that has taken place that has involved anything left within proximity is related to you. So we've already had the discussion. Anything that's involved the leaving of any sort of object or McFlurry or rock has partially involved Mr. Daniel. So what's to say that this time you weren't involved as well, right? I think that there's potential for that. I definitely think that there's I feel like using big words. Yeah, I'm sorry. I used normally sized words, right? However, I do think that you're involved to some capacity. Now, involved to the full capacity that I've seen based on the information that I've found today? No, but I think you're part of the puzzle, my friend. Using big words, I'm out. Obviously, it's someone who has access to me. Well, they did it via Uber Eats, so it could be really anybody. And I called and I'm not gonna divulge the information that I found out, but I called um, several delivery companies, and that is part of my investigation so far. Pigcake. 5 years ago, I should start a YouTube channel someday and have fun and preserve my anonymity. Pigcake today. People send shit to my house all the time. Like, please don't kill me. Let's see. Yuma playing cards. I got sent a single potato with love notes written on them once a month for 2 years. Well, you know what? That might be a good thing. That might be a good thing because that could have potentially led you to be in a situation where maybe your long lost lover is trying to send you a potentially romantic message via potato. I wouldn't mind that. I fucking love potatoes. I'm a huge fan of potatoes. Please don't divulge personal information. Yeah, I don't. That's the best part. I do it in passing and mentioning stories and mentioning, situations that I find myself in. I divulge little bits, but eventually that snowballs to the point where Butcher found my exact location, as did Top Notch, finding my exact location. Butcher cheated. All right, I'll give him that. Butcher cheated based on my retardation. But Top Notch, you've killed it. You've killed it because you did it based on autism, which was very impressive. Wasn't your name revealed a while ago? No, it was not. Which I mean, luckily, and even if it was, I'd lie. I'm here. What did I miss? You haven't missed anything, man. We just have a little bit of a live stream here to make up for my previous one. I cheated the OG Butcher in a very finesse fashion. Okay. That was very, I guess, Ebonic like. But yeah, you did. Let me go lower here. Let me lower the chair here, right? Because I feel like I don't like being with. Although I should raise it so you can't, like, the full extent of my head. Like, look at this. From here, I look like a normal person. And then watch this. Look. It's like a magic trick. Tell me when to stop. Look at how big the forehead gets. Look at this. Tell me when to stop. It hasn't stopped yet. It hasn't ended yet. Dude, it hasn't ended yet. It hasn't ended yet. There you go. Dude, that is aggressive. That is an aggressive forehead, let me tell you. As a person that's been taking my Oxidil on my head to hopefully help with that, the same ingredient I believe in Rogaine or whatever the fuck, it's still ridiculous. Off the cuffs, it's a tremendous forehead. Yeah, I would say a sizable forehead. I've seen bigger. I've seen more sort of receding. I have the Maven, right? So I have the Max Maven right here. So that's what I deal with. What's the best A-can you know? None. They're all shit, to be honest. Because the thing is that most people do them just do it to do them. They don't do them with any sort of plot or reason. But I'm partial to this one, which is my little move here, right? That thing where you're counting the cards, and let's say I want the Queen of Spades, right? 10th. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See? I'm partial to that move, right? So I'm partial to that, which is that one. I like Paul Wilson's Yamfakan, right? I like Yamfakan. That one's pretty dope. But just that one alone, as long as you find a good reason for it, then you can make the effect good. But in terms of best A-can, I'm really not sure. Have you seen my forehead? It goes all the way back. I think that's called bald. I think at that point it's called bald, which I'm getting there. Got a free deck of cards from Amazon today. Sent the wrong thing. They told me to keep it and get my money back. Yeah, I feel like it'd be cheaper for them to do it that way as opposed to giving you the postage. It's quite scary what you could probably get away with in terms of Amazon saying just fucking keep it. Just keep it. It doesn't matter. Shut up, Piggy. Hush your dirty mouth. What are you, my mom? You gonna clean my mouth with soap again? Mom! I have repressed mom issues. I'm a big fan since Magic Man 84. Have you been a fan since 84? 84 was a good year. Survivor came out with, I believe, an album called Vital Signs. Had some tremendous bangers in there, right? Let's look at what was in there. I should know by memory, right? Vital Signs. However, I'm always mistaking that one with the other one, the other album that they came up with. But you had I Can't Hold Back, First Night, High on You, The Search Is Over, Broken Promises, Popular Girl. Those are all tremendous bangers, all right, that you could rock out any night, any day, and get some shotties. Karate Kid, there you go, Big Hands, came out in 84, right? That's a tremendous one. And then what's the chick that killed it when they did Karate Kid? Well, Hilary Swank, and then Jaden Lee, or whoever the fuck this guy's kid is, killed those movies forever. But the first ones were always the cream of the crop. Let's see. Do some flourishes. I don't do flourishes, all right, first of all. And I don't do flourishes on command, all right, my friend. Okay, I'm not just some sort of trick flourish monkey, okay? Am I allowed to say monkey in 2021 without implications? I think I can. Jaden Smith, not Lee. Yeah, that's me being generalizing. Um, See, yo, did you talk to that shoddy after your walk live stream yesterday? Well, here's the thing, man. The way the shoddies walk around here is they walk around as if people like me are chasing them, right? So they walk around like in a fast and efficient way, right? So that people like me can't catch up to them. So no, I couldn't catch up to her and be like, hey, listen, shoddy, I like the way you walk. You know, I hit her with my move, which works every time. Um, let's see. Don't just say monkey like Frieza. Monkey like Frieza. What's that mean? How does Frieza say monkey? Let me look that up. I apologize for all the noise that you're hearing outside. I should have put a mic on this. Let's see. Frieza saying monkey. This is what my life's come to. Frieza saying monkey for 3 minutes. Okay, let me lower this as much as I can here and then play this. Let's see how that sounds.
Hello, monkeys.
That's not bad. I thought maybe it would have been like a translation issue or something that you know, maybe he said it in a different language that sounds like maybe something racial, you know. I'm struggling on my bottom deal. Any tips? I don't know because my bottom deal sucks. My bottom deal actually sucks. I was working on a thing today, right? But it involves a bottom deal, but it's my bottom deal is shitty, right? And I don't practice it. So the squeeze practice. Yeah, I don't practice my bottom deal. The only bottom deal that I like is that immediate bottom deal from Marlo, where it's this thing, where you're essentially dealing the cards this way, and then when you want to do a bottom deal, you hold the cards, you push the pile, you do this thing, and then that next card is the one that you bottom deal. Now, it does have a limit in terms of applications because you're going to need the motivation for that, but I much prefer that than a standard bottom deal. But I was working on something that needed a bottom deal where somebody says a small number between 1 and 10, and you're counting them off like this 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever it comes to the number, you deal that one from the bottom as you continue dealing them. So maybe you have 10 here, and it's a little bit more fair for the participant to remember the card that's at their number. Because you've dealt it from the bottom, it's a force card. So I was coming up with ideas for that, just based on some old shit. It's shit, but just finagling around with stuff. Fuck Street Magic. Maybe it would be beneficial for your dedicated fans if you share some of your very, very best far left extremist hammer and sickle Antifa rally magic. Well, I mean, maybe I could do like a color changing hair trick, right? Where I change my hair color from fairly black to fluorescent Antifa blue, maybe, right? Is that the? I can't really think of anything else. Maybe a card to Chaz name tag. That could be one, right? I have like a name tag lanyard for my entrance to be allowed inside of Chaz, and then I can make a card appear inside of there, right? Good type of magic there, top notch. Really got me thinking. Dance Monkey is pretty hot, so yeah. As I'm not even gonna give you the time of day to read that comment, top notch. Monk says Zoop. How about war magic? You go to places at war and do magic to them while bullets fly around. Well, I did that video not so long ago on the war magician, right? I think this was before I showed my face. And I found that story to be very interesting about Jasper Mascaline, that he claimed to have shifted a war by doing magic tricks. And obviously, he exaggerated his effects on the actual war itself, but it was still a very interesting story as to him getting to the position where he was able to, apparently make these illusions for the army or whatnot. And you have some accounts that were saying that the whole thing was bullshit. You have some accounts that were saying that it was, authentic and legitimate, but it ended up being a mix of both. So I guess the truth was somewhere in the middle, but it's still an interesting story to look it up. I think the War Magician. Let me see if I can find that video now. I always mention videos whenever I do these streams, and then what I should do is to leave them after I publish the video, but I never remember that because I'm a cunt. So let's see, War Magician. Let's see if the first search, the War Magician. Yeah, this before I wore the mask. So this was the video, right? It was called the War Magician, which was a tremendous one. Did you outbid me on those 3-foot stilts on eBay? Said Satchel. I don't need fucking stilts. All right, there, Satchel. I don't need stilts. So I resent your thought that I'd be the one to outbid you on stilts. And you technically need stilts if you're bidding for them, huh? I don't have a problem with being short. You and fucking Turner and all these other height elitists. Let's see. Antifa doesn't fucking like blue. Police is fascism. Okay, sorry. I should have maybe mentioned red hair, like color changing hair. Where I do this and my hair changes color to a hammer and sickle red. That's a better one, maybe. Hey Piggy, by this time you should remember this name. By this time you should remember this name. Some of these comments, I wonder about my decision making skills in life to get me to this position where I have to decipher these comments. Let's see. No, Satchel, 3 foot isn't enough. Oh wow, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Whoa, dude. 3 feet's not enough. So good. I also hate that the camera's here, right? Because I want to look at you and make eye contact with the viewer. But then because of my fucking vanity, this is what I'm doing. I have to look at myself on the screen. I hate that. Every time you could tell a YouTuber is a piece of shit based on this. If they're talking to the camera, but they're like, hey guys, welcome to another video. And they're doing this thing. Pigcake, you haven't taken 60 minutes out of your day to mourn the loss of our great brethren, Dante writes. Jesus, fuck. It doesn't have to do with ever kind of time to look at me, brother. The fact that I read that out loud puts me on a list. Thank you for that. It's not cool because you have to fight this style. You're risking your life to do a card trick, but a really bad card trick on a stressed soldier who doesn't care, right? What's your first magic trick? Do you even remember? Yeah, I remember that. It was this thing. I taught it on the channel. It's that thing. Somebody picks a card. You secretly reverse the deck. That card goes in there. Card go behind your back. You go, I'm going to find it, right? And then you could turn the cards around, and apparently you managed to find the one behind your back. It's the first trick I ever learned. First trick that was ever done on me in middle school, which was quite a fun experience. And I didn't remember the trick. I remembered it being in the book. So it took a while for me to remember what the first trick I was ever shown was. And it was that. It was definitely that particular move from Mark Wilson's Guide to Magic, which was a fun one at that. And the second one was the other one that he put. I believe the second trick in the book, which might have been this thing. Let's see if I recall this one. But it's this old chestnut. The old battle axe, if you want to call it that. It's a terrible trick if you really think about it. But it's this thing. You put the 4 aces and then a 5. Reversed in the bottom. Literally like that. Have somebody pick a card. That card goes in the middle with that pile on top. You go, watch, I'm going to make your card turn around. And then you could do this. And they go, hey, was that, I go, was that your card? And they go, no, that wasn't my card, you fucking bitch. You stupid bitch. Your father left you for this reason. Your father is no longer in your life because You can't even find playing cards. You fucking waste. And your mom hates you too. And you go, well, thank you for that, but this is actually an indicator card. This indicates the position of your card. Look, watch. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was that your card? And they go, yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that you're a short loser cunt, and your father left your life at an early age, so you never understood what it is to have the touch of a father in the sense of learning basic things that you need as a man, and having a male father figure in your life. And I go, well, thank you for that, and here are the aces. Here are the aces. As a little twist. Um, so that's the first trick. That's actually, sorry, that's the second trick I ever learned. All from Mark Wilson's Guide to Magic. Why the mirror reveals all? No, he doesn't think so. You ever look around and realize you're surrounded by morons, and then you realize you're just shaving? I don't have a mirror that's like that. I don't have one of those. Actually, I had one that 52 Cards sent me, and then I made the mistake of leaving it in Daniel's house, and now it's in Brazil. Now it's in Brazil. Did I get a haircut? No, I tied it back. See, I tied it back right there. So I didn't get no haircut. I was just on a little walk, so I decided to tie it back. Oh, let's see. Did you see the gamer filter where you could choose how much racism you get exposed to? That's not a thing. That's not a thing. I hope that's not. That sounds like the funniest shit I've ever heard. Hey, I removed the racially insensitive message I left in this comment section. I, as an honored moderator of this stream, take it upon myself to remove anyone speaking truth. I mean, hate speech. I think YouTube does that automatically, man. You don't have to do a thing top notch. All you need to do is just let YouTube do its thing, and it'll take out the comments and delete your account. Show us your favorite magician profile picture. You know what? It's this one. It's this one. This one right here. This is actually the one that I hate the most. I think it's this. That one. And it's usually this card because they want to be edgy and use the death card. Right? So this is this one right here. I can't tell you how much I fucking hate this. That one or this one. Right? This one right here. Right? Or oh yeah, you're not ready for this. Let's see who gets this reference. Let's see how much of a fucking virgin you are if you get this reference. Let's see. You ready? This is the other one right here. This is the other one right here. You see this? How bad is that? Who gets this one right here, right? If you're fucking under the age of 100 and you do this, who gets the reference here? That's the one for the dudes that think they know something. The worm ones, right? This ones. I haven't seen these quite often anymore. But in the early 2000s, these were popular, right? These things. I can't even do it because I've seen too much pussy. So this one right here, right? That's the one. Kareem. Thank you for that graphic world. I appreciate that, man. That remembrance of Ramadan. Let me tell you something that I would not be able to do. Jokes aside, ham radio on pause. Did Daniel put his big boy bands in my head? Yeah, that's the thing. That's my favorite thing. Daniel, who right now is getting into bird photography, bought a fucking full frame camera, and again, I feel like the uses are just none for him. But he bought that, and he now lives 2.5 hours away. So no, ham radio's not done, but unfortunately, it's not done. I would like it to be, but no, we put it on a little bit of a pause. I'm gonna go up there in a week, so we'll probably do some shit then. Do you think you'll ever hit 1 million subs? No, definitely not. Not on this channel, unless maybe I cut this one out and do something else, or somehow. I feel like I'm already typecast in a little box. And I've realized that because I've done some testing. And I found that just based on reach alone, this channel doesn't get as much reach as even a new channel that just started. So a little bit odd, but I don't know how it worked, but it's definitely I feel YouTube shit. Okay, no cap. Seriously, I had a dream. I saw Piggy and Daniel driving down the street in some Pigmobile, and I desperately showed him my pig sticker in my car, and I shouted, "I'm top notch." You didn't see, so I made upset when I woke up. That's some what do you call it? Some girlfriend shit. When you wake up upset at an individual based on a dream you had. Top notch. I'd make a joke about what you're saying right now, but on my fourth YouTube channel right now, Susan's been a real bitch to me. Is that why it's Boulder Guy 888 and not Boulder Guy 666? I bet that was the original name for it. Let's see. You could try Hanayama puzzles again. Yeah, that was a great one. That was a fun time in my life. I'm like, you know what? Let me see if I could copy. Um, uh, See if I could ride the Ramsey puzzle wave. And I spent, maybe 4 hours doing a puzzle for like like 400 views. It was great. It was wonderful. Very humbling. Hey guys, Rise Magic has started their live stream. They're gaming and doing cardistry. BRB. Are they? Are they starting a fucking ASMR live stream? Is that what they just did? They're not so far from me either. Let's see. What magic can I do to make women have a higayo face while sex? Said by a fucking channel with the name Ahigao. What the fuck? Unfortunately, I've seen enough memes of Belle Dauphine that I have the knowledge in my head as to what that face resembles. And let me tell you, I've been watching. I've seen films of the adult nature where the female does that face, and I turn it off, and I turn off my phone, and I do something productive, right? So it's I would say a very unnatural and fairly unattractive pose to make with your face. So I don't understand how people are like, oh yeah, I want that. I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't see it. All I see is Down syndrome when a female does that. Have I read Magic is Dead by Ian Frisch? Yes and no. I read it. I read the pieces on Xavier, essentially, on when I was at Barnes and Nobles. So I just literally went to Barnes and I read his part. I'm like, hey, I know that guy. I know that guy. And then I just read his part and I didn't read the rest of it. But that's like a hipster thing of saying like magic is dead, and doing it that way. Like I wish that this guy just wrote a book just ranking on magicians. Like that would have been more interesting. Just a dude ranking on these guys, being like, these guys don't know shit. They're fucking losers. They dedicate their time to perfecting little millimeter movements. And I just wish he ripped everyone an asshole. But he didn't do that. And instead, he made a very well written book about magic and the secrecy of an organism, of a group of people, and all that shit, which was kind of interesting. But I didn't read the whole thing. Let's see. We have to solve problems like racism, bigotry, and homophobia. Also, don't forget to become as obese as possible. Work as little as possible. Complain as often as you can, and relentlessly bitter. Become relentlessly bitter. Daily reminder: Kenzie Madison is the baddest bitch to walk the planet. You know what? Let's look at this. Let's check this out. Let's see who you're talking about. Kenzie Madison. Let's see if you're accurate here. Oh, she's okay. She does pornography. Okay. I should have figured that. And yeah, yes. Yeah, you're right. Very bad. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that one. I'll give you. Hold up. Hold up here. Okay, never mind. For some odd reason, I thought maybe Top Notch was giving himself up here in the sense of exposing yourself. For a second, I thought, I was like, yo, is this... I hope that this isn't some... Because I saw a YouTube video where a dude looked a little bit Samoan. And I was like, oh, all right. Top Notch out here exposing himself. That's what I thought, but no, some other Samoan-looking motherfucker. He's telling people to be me. How about magic that makes women not higa while sex? And that's any type of magic then. Any type of magic you do for any female is going to make them. Well, while sex implies that you're already having intercourse with them. Um, so any magic would prevent them from having intercourse with you. Don't forget that we now have to socially shame those who not agree and comply with the originals and now open for lunch. That's tremendous. Magic is Dead was stolen by Daniel Madison, which was said by Darren Brown, your daddy. I don't want that to be anywhere because Darren Brown could potentially have intercourse with me. And he's like, we're similar height. So all it takes is him putting his hand on my thigh and it's going down. Can you do a quick tutorial on an impromptu magic miracle? That sounds like a clickbait video if I've ever heard it. Top notch. What the fuck, bro? I'm afraid. I'm afraid for you, man. There's definitely content involving your penis online. Impromptu. What would be impromptu here? I don't know. I mean, I don't care enough to think about a fucking trick, honestly. Right? To show a fucking card trick. You have 7. Let me see how many videos I have. I think public on the channel. I have. I don't know where it shows it. Let's see my channel, view YouTube. I hope this is not going to blast it loudly. I don't think so. On my channel, you have about, fuck. It doesn't show me how many videos I have public. I have way more that are not public. But can you please show me a count as to how many videos I have fucking public? I mean, it's definitely over, I think, 800 at this point. Most of them being tutorials. Why did this show up? That's kind of weird. Okay. But either way, there are plenty of videos that you could look up from myself that would get you to that position where you're learning an impromptu hot miracle. Oh, let's see. And he can and he knows hypnosis, so he could get as freaky as he wants. Yeah, but then here's the worst part, right? For hypnosis, like, I have to comply. So I'd have to be down with it. So if Darren Brown hits me with the fucking handshake, right? Let's say Darren Brown bought Zap by Han Wong in Penguin Magic circa 2004, and he zaps me, I'm going to have to be compliant with him. So does that mean that I also want the Darren Brown dick? Who knows? I mean, maybe 10 years ago, I probably would have wanted the Darren Brown dick. Now he's like a bald, short guy. So we probably match in terms of appearance, and also we'd mash heads together. So we just smash our heads together. Let's see. No ambitious card, right? What impromptu? I mean, what would you do? Let's see. I'm trying to think as to what impromptu. I'm sure it'd be some variation of that cocktail dazzler bit from what do you call this? Cocktail dazzler bit from David Williamson, right? Where you have like somebody do a visual force on somebody, you get that card to the top, you know, and then you're gonna try to read their mind, picking up whatever card they picked, and then you go off somewhere there. Maybe end it with like some version of maybe this person memorizing a deck, doing that. Some variation of Jay Sankey's Back in Time. Those are all good impromptu things that you can do when given a deck of cards. And if you don't have anything on it, you could just do this. You could just do this right here, right? You could do, actually, let's see if I could do this one here. You could do that and make it look like your thumb is extending. Or if you want, and if you really want to be a virgin, you could do this thing. Let's see. I could barely do it, but you could do this. Oh, whoops. That's kind of exposure, right? You could do this. Oh, look. It's, oh, wait, hold up. Fuck! Bitch! I could do this. Stop. Shut the fuck up. Alright? You do it like this. You go, oh, look, my finger. My finger. And then you put it back. I can never get that right. I don't have the finger virginity to do that correctly. Send me the YouTube video with the guy that looks Samoan. Well, listen, the thumbnail looks Samoan. I don't want you to think that I'm racist by branching all of you guys under the same umbrella just because this guy had, I don't know, a similar beard, right? Let's see. Shin Lim has a better version. He does just for fun. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's Shin Lim. Shin Lim is, ridiculous with anything he does. I'm sure that guy could literally pull it off and put it back on just based on sleight of hand alone. Can I find his shit? I took it out. What was the name of the person? What was the name? Mackenzie what? You're having me look up porn stars and then... Oh, okay, now I get what you're doing. See the joke? I didn't get it at first. You're gonna live vicariously through the video of the dude that looks like you, right? And you're gonna be like, that's me. That's me. Oh my god, I'm doing this tremendous porn star. I feel like that's what you're doing, which is, by the way, gross. You shouldn't watch porn. Porn is bad for you. All right, you gotta go on the no nut. What do they call themselves? The dudes that are like, they believe in no nut permanently. I know you know what I'm talking about. Someone here. I forgot the no fap. Thank you. N7. The no fap movement. All right. I've heard by the 7th degree of no fap, you could start levitating. So get on that. My camera roll better than the my camera roll better than the internet. Yeah, that's for sure. I feel like your camera's, first of all, your phone must be atrocious in terms of germs. And then secondly, your camera roll is equally as atrocious in terms of STDs. Like you could visualize the STDs just based on the pictures that you have. Let's see this one. Piggy, who's gonna watch? Are you gonna watch Jake Paul box Ben Askren this weekend? Yeah. Not out of anything other than morbid curiosity, because it's stupid. First of all, Ben Askren could destroy Jake Paul, right? But they're limiting it to an amateur boxing match, which is not fun at all. So, I mean, I'm watching a professional fighter go against a person that's only had, I think, 2 fights under his belt, and they've been against YouTubers. I guess it's just out of morbid curiosity, but it's not going to be anything other than that. I'm sure Ben Askren, just being more experienced, even as a fighter, is definitely going to win. Let's see. N7 says, I did no fab for a week, and I started seeing new colors not known to man. Yeah, that's I think you reach level 4 of no fap. But once you reach level 7, you can start floating. And you don't need to pay $200,000 to the Scientology, the Church of Scientology. So you can just do it in your house by no fapping. But to reach level 7, I believe that's 2 years of no fap. Oh, let's see. Well, there is a big fat group of liars. I think you're referring to the fact that Ahigao Face said Christian. No, it's because he was electrocuted at a very young age. That's why his hair stands on end 24/7. Referring to Shin Lim. You ever just want to fucking twist your head off of the head like it's the Ring? I just felt like doing that, reading that back and forth. What about Usman versus Masvidal? Well, listen, I used to hate Masvidal, and then I realized, I mean, I hate him because I am him, all right? That Miami hustle, that dude, first of all, the accent, the way he says shit, that's Miami shit. So I became a huge fan of Masvidal, and I'm hoping that he destroys Usman. But unfortunately, Usman's might be a better fighter, so that's gonna be an interesting fight. But he did get a preview in Saudi Arabia, so I'm hoping that motherfucker destroys Usman. I just don't like him. There's something about him. I don't know what it is that makes me not like Usman. You know, something about Usman, something specifically about Usman that makes me not like him. You feel me? Something odd. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. Scared Rihanna. I like that you said scared Rihanna instead of sacred Rihanna, which she should take advantage of. The fact that a lot of people probably wrote scared Rihanna, and scared Rihanna would be her alter ego. That's like kind of like funny, as opposed to her crazy whatever the fuck scary ring girl, sacred Rihanna bullshit. Let's see. Now I like Piggy more when he's a Masvidal fan. Yeah, I've watched his vlogs and shit. He's fucking tremendous. I'm a huge fan of Masvidal now. Just based on watching him do the vlogs, watching him do that hustle, seeing him from when he started. And before I hated the guy, I couldn't stand his fucking stupid face. But now I realize I'm on Team Masvidal, Team Game Break, dog. Electrocuted is a term that only technically used when electric shock results in death. At least that's what a needless, pretentious, and comedic mastermind of a YouTube comment section would say. Lol. That was not a good lull. Usually your lulls are better. What kind of drugs have you been squeezing on your throat? Mr. The Squeeze, I don't understand what you're saying. It's okay if you don't understand, says The Squeeze. Look at that. Right off immediately. Quick as a whip. Quick as a whip. Shay T says 2 years is too many years. I don't know what you're referring to. Hannah says, didn't he get outed for doing a girl's mouth against her will, allegedly? Yeah, right. That's the Jake Paul fiasco. But I feel like every other person gets outed every other week by someone, and then it's a whole back and forth, and then eventually the allegations are dropped. It's the same thing every single time. Um, and the I guess the starting who started that? I know it wasn't Weinstein. It was definitely before Weinstein. That the whole Me Too thing, which yeah, great. It's finally great that these asshole pigs are being held accountable. People like fucking Harvey Weinstein, but I mean, I'm not even gonna mention that. I feel like it might be a little bit shitty. My take on it. How bad is your vision without your glasses? Pretty shit. It's pretty ass. Let me see. I'm gonna try to read. So I'm about an arm's length from the screen, right? I can't read the comments. So right now it's just blurs. So I see the colors, and I can't. Well, okay, hold on. My eyes are adjusting. I see. Yeah, no, I can't read shit. So right now I can't even see the fucking. Jesus, that was fun. And then when I was younger, the best part is that glasses were really expensive. So my mom, like in middle school, in the first couple years of high school, she couldn't afford to get us glasses. So we would just be the people that are just like this on the fucking board, just like getting all up in that shit. And then eventually, I was able to get glasses and shit. But that was a fun one. That was definitely a fun time. And driving was also a fun time because I didn't have glasses until I was 20 something. I'm trying to remember, but I remember there was probably like a good 6 to 7 months that I didn't have glasses and I was driving, which was fun. Um, let's see. We all want you to approach people and perform, no cap. I'm not gonna go up to people and perform. I'm gonna go to them and ask them questions. I feel I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't like that. I mean, I've mentioned it before. I'm not a huge fan of like doing tricks. I'm more of a fan of coming up with tricks, like the creative side of it. So in terms of performance, I'm not a huge fan of it. I'll do it, but I'm not a huge fan of that part of it. But what I would not mind doing is going up to people and asking them questions. Just hey man, fucking, what do you think of magicians? Would you have sex with a magician? Would you have sex with a magician standing in front of you? Please. Things like that. Those are some porn star glasses, right? They turned me from no, I was gonna say Wiz Khalifa, Mia Khalifa, where she takes off her glasses and it's like, whoa, who the fuck is that? Then you see her put it on in slow motion and you're like, I've seen your titties, and they're fat. Fastest way to reach 1 million subs. Yeah, right. Put an edgy picture and then have a guy like this, or a fairly attractive female reacting to me doing this. Hey, man, that's your card. All right, great. Hold your finger out like this. Okay. Now, is that your card now? She's reacting to that, but she's hammered, so to her, it's amazing. Get that. Put it as a thumbnail. Oh, let's see, dude. I didn't have space. I didn't have the space for a Lamau. I like to use the space I have. For what is a man who does not use the space available to him, who imposes his will upon the world, who is a subject rather than a sorry, didn't fit Lamau? Pigcake, you might have a chance streaming on Twitch. They need a little edge over there. Twitch is what I want to do on Twitch. Is I want to go and I wanna see how fast I can get banned on Twitch. I think that's my goal for Twitch. So if I do stream on Twitch, I want to try to speed run getting banned on it because I don't care. I don't give a shit about Twitch whatsoever. So what I'm guessing is I want to see. Well, not what I'm guessing. I'm talking on an ass. But what I'm saying is what I want to do is I want to see if I could start a stream and get banned permanently off of Twitch within, I want to say 3 minutes. I think that's my goal. So next time I stream on Twitch, that's my goal. I want to see how fast I could get out. But also, here's the problem. I also don't want that to transfer over to YouTube or Patreon or anything else that might affect my livelihood. So I'm playing with a thin line here. So I want to get banned on Twitch, but I don't want to get banned on other platforms. So that's the game that I'm playing, right? So I could go in there and I could easily do it. Just go in there and drop an N. You know what I'm saying? Drop an N, and then that's it. I'm gone from Twitch. But I don't want that to translate to the other ones. You feel me? You feel me? Because then that's when I'll have an issue. Maybe you don't like Usman because his real name is Marty from North Carolina or whatever the fuck, right? I like that he plays himself as his African, but he plays it like he's a character from WWE. Did you delete your TikTok lotion video? I archived it. I archived it because I just from time to time I'll take out the videos that aren't performing well on TikTok. I'll just leave a couple, but yeah, I took that one out. It was all right. It wasn't a great video. Have you seen the guy speedrun a band from the PlayStation 5 network by immediately booting up, sending hentai to a support team less than 2 minutes? I love those guys, man. The other ones are the world records for what do you call this shit? Fuck, man. Tinder, right? So they'll do like a Tinder world record, and obviously they're mostly fake, but just the meme of it is tremendous. What really sells it to me are the "Let's Go," right? Let's see how fast we get banned on this thing. All right, and yeah, let's go. That's always the best thing. God, these internet dudes are just so fucking funny, bro. Vegas is completely opening in June. I was just having a conversation today with the world's shittiest mentalist about Vegas and the possibility of going to Vegas. And Magic Live was tentative. So if you look at Magic Live's website, before they said that they were opening up tickets on the 22nd. By the way, $455 to register to Magic Live. Right here. You could suck my nut. Alright? I'm going to go into that fucking convention and I'm not going to pay a dime. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm going to sneak into that motherfucker. Alright, you cunt. I'm sneaking into that bitch. $455 to go to Magic Convention. You could suck my left nut. Okay? When does registration open? So it says currently on hold. It was rescheduled to the April 22nd. It's currently on hold. I guess it was pending whatever events. But if it's opening up on June, then that's not a bad thing. Per night, 24 plus fee. This incorrect statement is part of the universal confirmation hotel uses. Hotel, you could negotiate it to $20 resort fee, which comes up to $23 per night with tax. So yeah, so fuck off. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? To have a guy tell me, oh no, the theory on the top change is that you gotta wait till they're not looking. And then when they're not looking, that's when you do the top change, my friends. And then that's when you could get I'm not gonna pay $455 for that shit. That dude's hilarious. Let's go. Relentless typing sounds getting blocked on Snapchat. That's a record. That's a record. Oh my god, yes! Let's go! Yeah, those are the best. Those are literally the best fucking videos. Pigcake, what made you get into magic tricks? I've mentioned this before. It was a kid telling me that he's gonna float in front of me. And the motherfucker decided to do the thing where you step on one foot and you raise the leg, right? And he showed me at the end of the school day. I've mentioned this before many times, but so he said, "Hey man, I'm gonna do this floating thing at the end of the day. I'm gonna show you how to do it." And the entire day I'm fantasizing, like, "Oh shit, he's gonna float. How the fuck is he? How high is he gonna float? How is he gonna float? Can I now do this floating trick?" And then he does it. And I was like, wow, that's fucking, shit. And then from then on, he started, he bought a Magic DVD, which was fucking School of Hard Knocks by Rodney Reyes. That's a fucking throwback. And he bought the Mark Wilson book, and I mooched that off of him. And then from then on, we just, did shit. And then I remember the first time he fucking ruined my ass was with a terrible fucking... he did one of those vanishes. He did this thing. This vanish. But he ruined my ass with it. He did the strike vanish like that. But when he did it, it ended up like this. Right? But when I saw it, I was paying attention to this hand. So I wasn't paying attention to this. So for that fucking 3 seconds, my mind was completely blown. I've never seen anything like that ever. So then he just hit it and then it vanished, and I'm like, where the fuck did it go? But then I saw it sticking out of his hand, and obviously I'm like, that ruined it. But for that fucking 4 seconds, that's the magic high that you look for, again, to get fooled. I think the other time was when fucking Turner, piece of shit, goes, "Hey Piggy, if I get this, if you name this card, or if I get you to name this card, you have to cut your hair." And then he goes, "Just name whatever card you want." And this piece of shit has me change my mind, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking catch this piece of shit out. And he goes, "Well, you should do this thing where you cut," and he got it. He nailed it. He fucking nailed it. I didn't cut my hair though, cause fuck him. Did you find that kid again? And he's legal now. I don't know. I don't know whatever happened to him. But that was definitely like a middle school thing from, 21 years ago, essentially, at this point. So you could kind of do the math there on my fucking age. I'll leave the link to the PlayStation ban once Pigcake reads my last comment and my third to last comment. Third to last comment is the same one that I previously read. You fuck. I have a big torrent of Magic files. Anywhere I could send it to you. I'm sure I probably have the same fucking one. I was looking through my old hard drive from back in the day when I was broke and had to scavenge the internet for Magic shit from like demonoid.com, right? I still have that, but I mean, I'm sure I probably have access to those. But I'm fucking lazy, man. I'm too lazy to download shit. I'm too lazy to look shit up. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of a hipster when it comes to that part of Magic. I don't like looking at other people's shit. What was it about stand-up? I didn't see that stand-up one. Oh, okay. 2 years overdue for the stand-up set. Old excuses, anonymity. At least you could use COVID as an excuse now. You fucking liberal. Listen, all right? I've been called many things, but I'm not going to sit here, my friend. I'm not going to sit here and have you insult me. I was in 3rd grade and some kid made a coin go in a plastic bottle. Well, you know what? Funny enough, I had that trick, and I remember I lent it to a person in middle school, and the motherfucker lost it. And I'd ask him every day, "Hey, did you look for it? Did you look for it?" He's like, "No, man, I lost it, man." And I believe it. I believe that he lost it and didn't steal it, because this kid was a fucking clumsy shitbag. I don't know why I would be like, "Yeah, sure, here, take this coin." Fuck. But it was the same thing. It was the one that you put. It was actually that Penguin Magic one that was like a triple coin. So it was one that you could bite. It was one that you could put in a bottle, and it was one that I forgot what else you could do it as. But I fucking lent that to him, and he lost it. Dude, I don't have Demonoid. Anyone could feed us here. I want some Magic content. Demonoid, I think, stopped being a website in 2008. So go figure. Or no, I'm sure 2012 or some shit, but. Let's see, what's this one here? Fuck. Why did this jump here? Top notch, I need this video in my life? What video are you referring to? But, as far as, man, let me check out what I got. I know that I recently backed up a lot of shit, but it's really old shit. Like, the stuff that I have that I've, stolen. Is mostly old shit. Like here, let's see what I got. To show you the fucking age of the shit that I have here. Jerry Andrus, A Lifetime of Magic. I mean, that's pretty fucking rough. Darren Brown, Devil's Picture Book. Fucking Christ. Let's see, what else? Oh my god. Illusionist, Street Magic. Let's see what else I got here. I mean, I got quite a sizable shit, but yeah, you can imagine. I bought that gimmick that David Blaine used in Street Magic to magnetize the coin, but unfortunately that shit was louder than my redacted. Oh man, getting fucked by BBC cream pile. I think you're talking about the Raven. The Raven, which was that weird gimmick that Penguin Magic tried to market it again, and I'm like, stop trying to make the Raven happen. All right, stop trying to make it happen. It's not gonna happen, Penguin Magic. But it was that thing that was literally a fishing line and a magnet here, and then some elastic, and you would just do this, and the thing would go up your sleeve. But then you have to come up to the person like this, like, "Hey man, could you hold this coin out?" Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, my mom gave me a thalidomide when I was younger. Um, so yeah, just hold the coin there. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. It's gone. Right? That's every experience I had. I never bought it, but I had a friend uh, buy that shit. The same friend that showed me that levitation, and it was atrocious. And then you had that DVD that let you like you could do this, right? This thing right here, and then make it vanish. I'm like, you fucking shitbag. Nobody's ever gonna do that, bro. I had the Raven. Jarek 120 told me to get it. Shit was bussin'. Shit was bussin', dude. Yo, Jarek, that's definitely a Jarek twick. Jesus, I need to end my life. That's definitely a Jarek looking trick, right? Where he comes up to a female and he goes, "Hey, let me show you a trick. Do you have a coin that I could borrow?" Could you imagine? How would you do that? You have to give them the coin. So unless you somehow find a rig, or as they're looking at the coin, you're doing this thing, and setting it up. It's the worst shit. To me, it's the fucking literally the worst thing. You could do 1,000 different things. I'm finding myself having to delete another absolutely ridiculous, insensitive comic, comedically exposing the privacy of hard workers on the internet, making more money than third world families. Good on you, Top Notch, for caring so much. And I'm glad that you have the ability to self moderate yourself, especially as a mod on this stream. But yeah, that Raven was terrible. I mean, there were other things. I don't know if this one is a throwback for anyone, but Illusionist in I think 2006 came out with a thing called the M5, which I remember Penguin Magic was pushing the Raven, and Illusionist was pushing this thing which was called the M5, and it was literally what looked like to be a hard drive, and it was this big, and it was a fucking magnet that you would strap on your thigh, and you could fucking put this on your thigh. You could put it on your hand, and then you would put it here. And for example, let's say you wanted to make like a bone levitate, you'd fucking have to hold it over here. And I'm sure if you had a pacemaker, it performed for anybody within a mile radius that had a pacemaker. They'd probably have palpitations, But you fucking put the thing, and then the thing would stand up on its end. But the magnet was this big, and you had to put it on a wrist strap around your wrist or your thigh. And it was the shadiest shit I've ever seen. But that was an illusionist answer to the Raven. And then if you put it over your wrist, you could wave your wrist over the spectator's hand, and then the coin goes up there, so you could technically show your hands empty without the need for a reel. But so fucking sus. I bought those Jerry Andrews DVDs. They're great. The only thing that I might legitimately ahem is the fucking Martin Gardner book. Are you talking about Impromptu Miracles? I have that as a PDF. But yeah, that's one that I acquired. The Martin Gardner. It's like the Impromptu Miracles, and they have tricks with apples and shit. They have tricks with. That book is so specific with the tricks that it has. It's almost retarded. Like it's a mentalism book essentially, because you're the only one that knows that you have this particular object, and yet when you flip to the appropriate chapter in a book, it'll have a trick with it. So it'd be like, hey, this is that lock of hair that you cut off your crush Jennifer in middle school, and you could do a trick with Jennifer's hair that you cut off that you keep in your basement in a shoebox. Here's a trick you could do. And I go, oh, okay. Okay, thank you for that, Martin Gardner. So it's a book that literally reads your mind with shit that you have on you. Remember the fidget spinner tricks? I told everybody was a fad. The old people are just lost. That was even worse for the people that bought hundreds of those, thinking that they were going to keep selling them. I think my favorite trick I ever bought was the one where you move a seal on a dollar bill. Basically, I use it after speaking of how to about philosophical concepts about the mind to convince people I'm Satan. That's funny. Yeah, I can imagine that. Like, hey, could you hold this dollar bill? And then you get into a whole fucking diatribe on, philosophy. And then you go, oh, but watch this. And then you pull the seal. I think it was called greed. No, not greed. It was by Daniel Garcia, but I forgot the name. There was also the Gecko. Yeah, they came up with a rehashing of that not so long ago. But the Gecko was fun because it was like a sticky thing, and you have to hit it on whatever object you wanted to go and shoot in your fucking sleeve. But the demo video was hysterical. The one from the early 2000s, because the guy like grabbed a soda can and he'd fucking smash it on a soda can and that would disappear. I'm like, what the fuck? The demo video looked tremendous. But I think it would lose tackiness after a little bit. It got mixed reviews, but I was always curious as to that one. Like, I never let people know I'm a magician. I just let them think that I'm actually a demon. It makes me hotter. Yeah. And you know what you got to do? You got to buy those hoodies, but with the sleeves cut off, or get a hoodie and cut off the sleeves, right? And then you fucking that way you have the hoodie up, and then you do some sort of demon stuff, but you're a little bit mysterious because you have the hoodie on, right? And all the fat girls are gonna love you. The Raven, you mean piece of elastic band tied up your shirt sleeve? Just tie a piece of elastic. Yeah, I know, but we're talking about different variations of the Raven and different things that came out that were old as shit. And the one that stuck out to me the most was Illusionist M5. And their marketing was based on like you could make a chicken bone stand on its end. And I remember as a young kid, I was like, oh my god, I want to make chicken bones stand up. And then you find those videos and you realize, oh, it's a fucking magnet that's this big. But what I loved back then, I don't have that anymore as a fucking adult. But it's the same sort of mystery you have as a child that you lose the more you know. So when it comes to magic, it's very, it's like almost you sell these effects up and you create them, you know, to crazy proportions in your head, and you kind of lose that the more you learn about magic. So, you know, before when I was younger, I would read an effect, and I wouldn't fantasize. Fantasize is the wrong word, but I would fantasize about how the effect would work, and it would always be this crazy, elaborate method. It would be something to do with, you know, magnets or smoke or whatnot, and then you buy it, and it's something that somebody literally put together in 14 seconds with a piece of gum and some shoe, like a shoestring, you know. So that was a fun time. Just like Mexico or just like South America, they'll treat you like the devil. It's something you can make bank. That is true. I'm sure that if you have just a couple tricks, you could definitely take them over there and start a religion. And then I show them my Masonic tattoos. People ask them where I got the scars on my back. I talk BS in a low tone for 20 minutes as if they haven't thought I would. Oh, man. Lindsay, oh snap. That's a throwback. Look at you. Back on the live. Oh snap. Saying, what's your favorite fast food place? What's my favorite fast food place? Well, currently, actually, you know what? I don't consider them fast food. TBH. I don't consider Chick-fil-A fast food. I've been consuming Chick-fil-A more often as of late, just because it's a treat. It's a nice treat. You get the waffle fries, which I always try to have one and then give the rest, or just get like one to eat two of those because they're empty calories. But get yourself a chicken salad sandwich. Good to go. It's not even fast food. All right, Chick-fil-A is not fast food. But you know what? TB is king, man. Unfortunately, Taco Bell is king. You can't compete with that. Body Path Buddhist Center. Body Path Buddhist Center, Miami. Anjali Mudra. Okay. I'll play with you. All right, I'll play with you, Body Path Buddhist Center, Miami. Okay, I'm on to you. Trying to figure out. See, earlier we're talking about an investigation that I'm running, right? A little bit of an investigation that I'm trying to figure out, and I feel like you're tied to that, Body Path Buddhist Center of Miami. I feel like you're tied directly to that investigation that I was conducting earlier. So good to see you on the chat here. But now I have to add that to my notes as to potential clues. You feel me? Now I have to add that and figure out. But good seeing you. Good seeing you. Buddha Center. Definitely interesting to catch you on a stream. Just know I'm on to whoever you are. Okay? Just know that. I know fucking everything. Let's see. Honestly, people got into magic because they like tricking people. It's not the magic, it's tricking people. That's fun. Goddamn Pigcake didn't consider Taco Bell fast food 2 years ago. Either Taco Bell is my favorite restaurant, not fast food restaurant. Okay, well, I'm glad that I'm glad that you remember such a small fucking detail. You get food away, pay your money wasting. Yeah. Give away a fry. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me in fourth grade, this cunt teacher that I had. She's actually the worst fucking person that I knew, worse than Hitler. I'd probably be friends with Hitler before I'm friends with this lady. I gave Oreos to this girl, right? I gave her an Oreo. I think I said it before. But in part of my lunch, I'd get like my grandfather would hook something up, and then he'd give me, a packet of Oreos. And I remember I gave Oreos to this girl, who in the fifth grade was, by the way, developed way too quickly. So obviously there's incentive. I'm like, oh, boobies, here's some Oreos. And then a teacher came by and she goes, hey there, where'd you get those Oreos? And they pointed at me. And then the other person that was next to her, who I also gave Oreos, said, hey, she goes, hey, who'd you get those Oreos from? And she pointed at me. The teacher made me sit with her the entire rest of the year to make sure that I ate all my food. That was her excuse. She said, no, you're sitting with me now because I want to make sure that you eat all of your food. So you're going to sit with me at my table because you're giving away your food. You can't do that. You have to eat it all. So she made me sit with her for the rest of the fucking year. The next day, I tried to sit back with my friends, and she said, no, you're sitting with me. I honestly, I'm so petty that I want to find her and call her a cunt. Is that bad of me? Let's see. Body Path Buddhist Center of Miami says, we hope you enjoyed our gift of welcoming and enlightenment. I did enjoy your gift, and I appreciate it tremendously well. Did it grant you enrichment and fulfillment? Well, I partook in about a third of it. Buddhism, Path Center of Miami. I partook in a third of it, which now in hindsight I should not have done, considering the suspicious nature of the circumstances surrounding. But I did enjoy the third of the treats, so I appreciate that. What I don't appreciate though is the shadiness. I don't appreciate the shadiness, but don't worry, your day will come. All right, your day will come. I already have. I have some notes. I have some information. All right, Body Path Buddhist Center of Miami. Oh man, today's been an interesting day. Today's definitely been an interesting day. How is the Peter Turner ACAN the one he did in your podcast? Um, let's see. The one he did. Well, I remember he wanted to tell me, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't fucking care, and I don't, because it's just one of 1,000 methods of any card at any number. But I believe he did it through Daniel, so he did some pre-show to Daniel, and then he did it well. But that's all that I cared about the method. But I remember him telling me, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, what the fuck? Like, why do I care about this fucking another method of any card at any number? Dan Ives was another interesting one. Sleight of tongue. When he got me on there, so when we had him on the podcast, he messaged me in private and told me, hey man, I want to try this thing on Daniel. But when I get you to name a card, it's just a prank or whatever. Just name the ace of spades, right? And then what I didn't know is that he also told Daniel, hey man, let's play. We're gonna do something on Piggy. When I ask you to name a number, just name whatever 15. So then he fucking stooges us both essentially. So that was his version of any card, any number or whatnot, and he did it based on some deck that Danny had or some shit. It was he killed us. He fucking wrecked us. Pigcake will foam at the mouth and violently and ceaselessly convulse in approximately 20 minutes. Stay on stream. The video. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure Body Path Buddhist Center of Miami would know exactly where to send the medical professionals. So I'm not worried about anything at all. But what uh, Body Path Buddhist Center of Miami needs to know is that I'm onto them as well. Okay, so soon enough, the butcher is gonna become the butch. Hold on. Soon enough, the butcher is gonna become the one that's butchered. Let's see. 22 blows to the head A-can. Sankey's got a couple good A-cans, believe it or not. There's one in a project that he did years ago called Create Your Own Magic, which was a really good one. It's a little bit risky, but it's definitely a great one. And the spectator mixes the deck, they could deal the cards, and you nail it. Wonderful one, but people are probably going to hate it just based on the methodology. But any A-can is overrated, man. It really is. Unless you have a good presentation, it's magician porn. It's one of those magician porn tricks. So if you find a good presentation, yes, by all means, do it. But if you don't have a good presentation, it's just a Ramsey puzzle. Sankey could eat a poison McFlurry, and I wouldn't care. Arby's. Yeah, I forgot you have your beef with Sankey. I'm glad that I've at least been good in terms of customer service, where you haven't given me a negative review as you did to Sankey. Oh, man. Oh, God, it's an anagram. Oh, my God, it's the longest anagram I've ever seen. That's the record. That's the record. Oh, my God, Mrs. Gibson's is coming with a let's see. Well, I mean, it's not an anagram. I can tell you that as a fact. But it's definitely certainly a suspicious handle, that's for sure. Very suspicious. I don't want to say much without compromising things to do with me, but fuck. God, what a fucking why do I do this? Why do I do YouTube to the point where I could get I'm out here getting sent McFlurries to my fucking house, and the worst part is that I confirmed it, right? I could have just not said anything and not confirmed it, but then I say, hey man, yeah, I got the McFlurry. Let's see. Yeah, man, essentially a spread pass. I don't know what you're referring to. Let me see what you were talking about before. Oh, 22 blows to the head. Yeah. Well, no, that one I believe was a pass, right? That one he did a pass. But he had another method that I don't want to say because it's not mine. But Sankey has a couple good A-cans. But again, I'm not going to go on a fucking diatribe on A-cans again. Suffice to say, find a good effect. If you find a good effect, you'll be better off than not doing it or doing it as a coincidence. Because I don't know why. I do know why. I've seen it at the Magic Cafe of people complaining as to performing any card or any number and not getting good reactions. I wish I would have saved the thread. I honestly do, because I should have in hindsight done a video on this fucking thread if I could find it. I'll look for it after the stream, but it's on this guy complaining about any card, any number, and him having that method where it's fucking, hey, if they shuffle the deck, you had them essentially name a card, and that's the card that ends up at the number, and them not having a crazy reaction for it, and talking as to how they could do that, which is, again, very virgin-y, because at no point do they care as to what the effect was. JT says, Piggy, it's okay if you're gay, right? Are you saying that because of that little thing you got there? This one? You can't even see it there. But listen, I got them on both sides, which I've been told specifically is not what the gays do. All right, the gays only get it on the right ear. So, Siddhartha Gautama would be proud he saw you on his carriage ride through the city, and when the man escorting his carriage explained to him what you suffered from, his journey to enlightenment began. What? How many of those tripods can you fit in your drawer? Well, this tripod, I'm using just a standard one, but I'm guessing you're referring to the anal beads, right? But let me tell you, if you This is the equivalent of, I guess, if I could lube it up. But then here's the worst part, right? What if this happens? Let's see which one. Hold up. Hold up. There you go. What if this happens, right? I don't know if you know this, but my butt's pretty tight, right? So what if I stick this in there and then that comes out and then this gets stuck? Then I'm not gonna have a good time. I'm definitely not gonna have a good time. So I don't want to be risking that. Uh, and it makes you wonder, why did this happen? Maybe because it's already happened before. Then tell your boyfriend to go elbow deep for treating it. At least your prostate's happy. Yeah, I'm at that time period where now I have to make well, not yet, but soon enough prostate checkups to make sure that my ding dong and or prostate is in good health. Pigcake, I'll send you the video to meditate through, and it'll only guide you to the right direction if you listen with your orange headphones. Can you stop making specific references to things that I've said in the past fucking 4 years? God damn. Let's see. Bear Magic says, Piggy, can you show us a card trick? I don't know what card trick to show. Somebody asked earlier, but I couldn't think of anything in time. I do want to show something on the channel, which is a little thing with an invisible die that I've been playing around with. Because I was trying to figure out, like, how can I have a spectator roll a die and still fairly force a card with that, right? And I think I came up with a good way. It does have a compromise, but I think the compromise is definitely worth it. Buddha taught us a path of wisdom. His teachings have been preserved in unbroken lineage of the major schools of Himalayan Buddhism. Okay, thank you for that, Body Path Buddhist Center of Miami. God fucking damn it. JT in the chat with the fucking bangers. Can I make him a mod? Can you do that? I don't know if mods can make mods. Fun enough you didn't say it before I said it, and I have the receipts, and you know if I insist in such a manner, I'm not smoking your salmon. Or whatever people say. We host weekly meditation and study group meetings. Please stop by. Maybe I should. Maybe I should, Body Path Buddhist Center of Miami. I should definitely pass by there. Seeing that, you know, I don't think you're in Miami, you know. I don't think it'll be too far off. Body Path Buddhist Center, Miami. Shit's getting weird. Shit's getting definitely weird. Piggy, please drink water. Piggy, you watch Always Sunny? You like the dude who reviews Patty's Pub? Was his name Gorman or something? I remember that episode, but I don't remember specific jokes. I'm sure if Daniel was on the fucking chat, he'd probably be like, "Oh man," because he was obsessed with the show to the point where he was his only point of reference for humor were references to the show. Like that's it. Oil and water says RB. Let's see this one. Goddamn, got your ears pierced. Midlife crisis at 33. Close, RB. What is going on here with this Buddhist shit? Did you see Chris and Eric promoting Big Trick Energy on Ellen's show? Well, I left what I thought was a humorous quip, a comment on the Big Trick Energy Instagram, where I said, "Why is Wes interviewing Wes?" Because Wes looks like Ellen DeGeneres. Or Ellen DeGeneres looks like Wes Baker. So I left the comment. They liked it. So I'm like, got him. Have you seen a self-open soda can trick? Yes. Well, the one that I want to figure out is that one where where you pull the cap off, right? And the tab off the thing, and you could throw it back. That's the one that I want to figure out, and it happens visually. So that one's one that I've seen. I think Alan Warson has one. Nicholas Lawrence has another method of that, but it just looks fucking tremendous. Let's see. We are confused by your strange behavior. The path to peace and enlightenment is waiting with open arms. I don't know if there's some subtleness happening there that maybe I should be reading between the lines. I don't. I'm not in the mood for this right now. For the fucking sussery of the. I still can't. I still can't. Laughing at how you said Ellen DeGeneres or Ellen DeGina. Did I say Ellen DeGina? If not, I meant to say Ellen DeGeneres. All right. Um, do the trick for hookers. Any card at any Hummer. Any card, any Hummer. How would that work? Like any card at any Hummer. I know Joshua J has any card at any page, which is, by the way, very virginy. Very virginy trick. But any card, any Hummer. How would that work? I mean, would it be a high-end hooker and the Hummer would be referring to a car? Or are you referring to a Hummer in the sense of a blowjob? Let me know. Let me know, JT. A monk asked Joshua for enlightenment, and Joshua asked, "Have you eaten your meal?" "Yes, I have," he replied. "Then go wash your bowl," replied Joshua, and the monk was then enlightened. Top notch, you're supposed to switch to the account. You're supposed to switch to the Body Path Buddhist Center of Miami account before you make a weird comment. So it'd be better if you did that and not do it from your top notch 3232 account. So, although I've made those accusations in the past before. I've made those accusations before, and I was proven incorrect. I was proven incorrect about certain things as to Butcher and maybe you being Butcher, and then I made accusations towards you in the past, and I was incorrect, my friend. Good evening, our new friend. Oh man. Okay. I don't know. I thought I heard something outside. Now I'm fucking fucked. Um, Left ear Buccaneer, right ear. Is that the? You know what? Here's the thing, though. Right? When I looked it up initially, I wanted to get my right ear pierced. Right? So I wanted to get the right ear pierced, just because it's the side that I shaved the best. Right? So I just wanted to get that one pierced. I didn't want to get both pierced. And then I looked up an article, and it said that the right ear is the straight ear. And then everybody told me, no, 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 it's the other way around. And then I looked it up, and that article was incorrect. That article was very incorrect. But both of them allegedly are not. So if you get both, you're good. You're good, from what I've been told by the gay gods. I wish it was me, dude. Please hit my number is 916-751-9377. You need help with the Buddhist references, please. I want Pigcake to be in constant terror. Well, listen, man. If I was poisoned, it'd be today. All right, ingesting a McFlurry that was sent to my residence. So I'm still not poisoned yet. Okay, we'll find out. Maybe later on, I have some sort of weird dream. Maybe it's like one of those GHBs that you're giving it, and it has a time release, right? So then I wake up in some sort of like fugue state. Oh, please, Pigcake. Buddhists are patient beyond measure. Well, that's the thing, right? Maybe that's how they hide the murderous ways. That's how they hide it, through that patience. So it might be this long-term thing. What if it takes 30 years? And they're willing to wait. There once was a cobra who lived on a farm. Every morning the farmer left milk for the snakes so he would be nice and not bite. Said the squeeze. I'm sure that has an end to it. I'm back. What kind of drugs do you take? Can open itself for effect. Try to figure out with a borrowed can for the top. Check Alan Rorson or Road Trip by Luke Oslin. Well, you can do the Sankey bit, right? The Sankey bit where he does this for every fucking trick that involves a can, but you show the can and then you have the tab here and you just do this, right? And then the misdirection is here with the tab that you previously palmed. You can put the can here with the tab sticking up. And, you can do whatever you want with this, make it vanish or whatnot, and then it shows back up on the thing. As long as the attention is off of there, you could probably end up doing it that way, and it becomes like a misdirection bit, right? So that could probably work. Princess Bride, they're both poisoned. Well, in this case, JT, it was only one McFlurry. So if there was a McFlurry to poison, it'd be that one. it'd be one. You wouldn't even have to go for the subtlety of poisoning both. This single McFlurry, and the worst part is again, I ate it without hesitation. I dug in there and I'm like, oh, this is good, McFlurry M&M. So that shows you how naive and how much of a retard I am. Same thing with Butcher's packages. When Butcher sent me a package with a USB drive, what was the first thing I did? Shoved it in my computer without any thought whatsoever. Just shove it in there. Oh, that's interesting. There's a video, you know. So that was a fun. I'm pretty much a retard. Um, Pigcake probably still believes the self capital I to be real. Are you still doing the bit top notch? Are you still doing the Buddhist bit? I feel like you're still doing that, or you haven't changed accounts, or maybe this time you decided to take the reins for Butcher, seeing that Butcher's upset at my politics. So maybe you might be taking the reins for him. Maybe you might be the new Butcher. Who knows? Who knows? If there's anybody that's definitely fit for the job, it'd be somebody with a previous creepypasta account, right? Let's see. You said that this trick, Bear Magic, you retracted it. I was gonna check out what that video was. Do you think in the far future magic will exist? Yeah, I don't see why it would stop. You know, there's always what do you call this, improvements. There's always new people coming up, new tricks. Even though it's as old as the fucking hills, it's not going anywhere. It really isn't. I mean, if professional wrestling has lasted this long, magic is not going fucking anywhere. And I guess you could have people say, "Oh no, but technology is gonna ruin it." And all this, it's dumb. If anything, technology is helping it. You know, legitimize it. But yeah, for sure, in the far future, magic is still gonna exist to some capacity. Kind of interesting that it ever existed, though, to be honest, right? Because essentially, what it is, it's well, I guess you could argue that for anything. But what's interesting is that it existed in this. It existed in the sense of being a fake. I'm laughing because El Gallito Bakery says, "Can I see your cakes, please?" It existed to replicate something that did not exist, which is magic, essentially. So they were, you know, it's this thing that's made up, that's supposed to kind of fakely show. I'm still taken aback by El Gallito Bakery leaving a message, but it's supposed to essentially replicate things that doesn't exist. So it's interesting that it ever exists to begin with. Can I see your cakes, please? Well, you should have seen my cakes today, Gallito Bakery. You should have seen my cakes today. Pigcake Magic Academy, only White Claw a month would actually help you become a better. I tell you, there's some shenanigans afoot here, my friends. There are some shenanigans afoot here. Do you not make pig-shaped cakes? I'm sure you. I'm sure you delivered to the. Let me see. A Body Path Buddhist Center of Miami, Gallito Bakery. I'm sure you've made deliveries to that particular place. Either way, I enjoy the reference. I enjoy the reference. God fucking damn it. This is the most not what's the term? Not creepy. But this is the most, I'll say, location specific stream. I give up. Chickens in the chat. That's the record. How many butchers are there? How many? Show yourselves. This is amazing. I'm so proud of the community. Let this man not sleep in peace. Well, now I'm getting a phone call, which is great. See, ordinarily I'd be worried about that, right? I'd be worried about getting a phone call, but I've realized, I mean, how many times have I gotten a fucking spam call? Unless maybe they call again. In which case, then maybe it could potentially be El Gallito Bakery. I'm Butcher and Robert Paulson. Maybe. Who knows, man? Who knows? A new butcher decided to take up the reins here, for what it seems like to me here. I'm just taken aback by the references. That's why I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit. I'm gonna say speechless. A little bit speechless. Butcher predated me in the Piggyverse. Sadly, yeah, he did. He did predate you, which was. But I don't know if you have the patience for the Butcher puzzles, because Butcher went really deep and virginy in the puzzles that he sent me. So I don't know if you're capable of that sort of patience, which is a good thing, by the way. Anybody that's capable of that sort of patience is the max virgin, just the maximum in the virginity levels. So I don't think you reached that. I think you've done enough anal stuff that you are past that stage. I'm not even gonna leave Buddhist references anymore. Just saying Buddhism is very useful, no cap. I'm only stopping because it's magnificently impressive, and I don't even know the references. Well, I definitely have started an investigation today that began with a McFlurry sent to my residence, and the investigation has taken me to several different places. Right, I've made some phone calls. I've made some annotations. Right, and it's just interesting that there are references in the chat being made to certain places. So I just find that quite interesting. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know. But it's definitely I think it's just another it's another butcher puzzle. But here's the thing, my friends. While it may be a butcher puzzle, all right, I can't just spin it like Ramsey. You know, Ramsey spins them on the table. I can't spin this one. I can't spin this one. But apart from that, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna continue on with my investigation and see what I could figure out about this mysterious occurrence that has began again. And apart from that, thank you guys for joining, man. Thank you guys for joining. I might do another stream on Sunday. I did this one just because I did a shitty one yesterday, and I want to make up for that in terms of talking about the tricks and stuff that I've posted this week. But apart from that, stay safe, my friends. Stay safe. Don't let a butcher ruin your day. And just some good advice. If somebody sends you a McFlurry, it's probably safe to eat. Probably safe to eat.